This evening, we're presenting the FY 2018 fee resolution. This resolution is a draft in your packet, and these projections and proposals support the revenue projections of the FY 2018 budget that you heard on August 7th. Specifically, this will overview the changes this fee resolution proposes that are in excess of 5% or more. We actually will highlight all of them, any increases and a couple of decreases, and then we'll go over new fees that are proposed. So just starting from the beginning of the document, we'll talk about the fee increases first, and we'll just go from front to back. So land use and development, we have an average of about 4.8% that is going to be increased, or is proposed for an increase, and that averages from about $1 on some fees to $35 on others. That is part of a planned approach to bring the specific costs of the service provided up to par with what the fee is charged. We're currently, all of our fees are based on the actual cost of the service provided, as we can reasonably look at it. And the land use and development portion was reviewed by community development in 2014 to look at what the actual cost of those permits were being charged at and what they were actually costing. So they're gradually moving that forward over an extended period. We'd originally looked at, I think, a 3-year time frame, but they've extended that out a bit more to stay within that about average 5% increase per year, so as to not make it too onerous. Grading permit fees, there's several increases there. Specifically, the average is about 5.1%. Most of those equate to about $3 or less. The grading plan review for 200,000 cubic yards or more is the biggest increase you'll see in that category at 8.3%. It's about $37. And then a grading permit fee for 10,001 to 100,000 cubic yards is about a 4.9% increase, or $18. And then a grading permit for 100,001 cubic yards or more has seen an increase of about $53. It's about a 5.1% increase. Building permits issuance fee is proposed at 5.2% increase, about $1.25. Other inspections and flat fee permits average about 5.3%, and it's about $2.50 a fee. Specific to plumbing, electrical, gas, and mechanical, permit issuance under plumbing, along with plumbing residential permit and plumbing appliance installation, average about 5.1% increases, and that's just under $2. Additional fees throughout that category average about 4.3% increase, and it's anywhere from 50 cents to $5. In the electrical category, the permit issuance is about a 1.6% increase. Temporary service, new residential electrical permit, alterations and others averages about 5.9% increase, and that's anywhere from a penny to $3. And then gas and mechanical permit issuance at 5.2% increase. And then the larger description of installation of furnace, and there are several other items that are included in that as well. That does a longer description. Pellet stoves, wood stoves, things of those nature. They're proposed at a 4.9% increase, and that's anywhere from 40 cents to $1.25. And then commercial installation, relocation, repair, addition to, and ventilation fans, an average 5.2% increase, anywhere from 50 cents to $1 on those items. And I apologize for reading slides, but I'm just going to give you the info. So, engineering services.
Well, when we deal with a lot of numbers, it's kind of number crunching, and sometimes it can be boring, but it's important to go through them, Jen. Thank you.
So, engineering services, engineering plan review for multifamily, commercial, and institutional site plan review or parking lot development or bonification review is about 6.6% increase, or it equals $5. The engineering telecommunications review of city facilities only, this would be instances where telecommunications equipment is being considered to be placed on city facilities. It's a 1.2% increase, or $20. And then the engineering review of a revision or modification to that placement would be a $5 increase, or about 2.7%. Engineering easement document review and preparation, $5 increase, which equates to about a 7.7% increase. Sewer permit fees and charges, these come from our plans, utility rate studies and things of the like. Our sewer permit fees and charges are proposed at a 4.6% increase. And then monthly sewer service rates, and this is residential, commercial, University of Idaho, across the board, proposed at a 4.5% increase. And that's as contemplated by the sewer rate study that we've done. This one's a little bit more in depth. So permit fees for water permit fees and charges proposed at 2.3% increase, that's 90 cents. No permit, a non-compliance review fee would be 4.5% increase or an additional $250. Water service inspection proposed at 4.5%, an additional $250 to the existing fee. Installation of service and meters we've broken out by no existing service line or an existing service line. And in some categories, it's gone up depending on the size of the line. So for 5/8, 1 inch, and 2 inch meters, there's a decrease for those items. Whereas for a 1.5 inch meter, a 7.9% increase, or about $306 for that installation. Existing service lines decrease for the 5/8 and the 1 inch meters, where we see a 19.3% increase for a 1.5 inch meter at $394, and a 10.1% increase, which would be about $265 for a 2 inch meter. Hold on, other column. So other fees would be for fire lines, a 4.5% increase, and we have two options there, and we have a 2 inch or smaller line and then a 3 inch or larger line. At 4.5%, it's $30 and $51 respectively. Turn on and turn off after regular working hours, a 4.9% increase, an average of $3 more. General facilities charge at an average of 4.6%. And then city performed pressure testing fees. First test would be $800, and these are probably the most significant changes in the fee resolution. At $800, that would be a 152% increase at $275. Second test at $1,000, which is about a 200% increase, about $515. And then third or more is $1,200, and it's about a 200% increase again there at $625. Again, based on the actual costs of those services is why that adjustment's being proposed. Water service rates, we're back to that water and sewer utility rate study. Standard monthly rates, a fixed charge for single-family residential, duplex, triplex per meter. That's a flat rate. That's 8.7% increase, or $1.85. And then all other monthly rates would raise 6.3%, as again contemplated in that plan. The street department, we do have a fee decrease, a 4.7% decrease of $2 for a street closure permit. My understanding is that we've just gotten more efficient at closing streets, and so it's not costing as much. Public lighting cost per month, small, 1.6 and 1.9 respectively for residential and commercial, and that's 5 cents and 15 cents. Couple of miscellaneous fees. For finance, we have a utility deposit that has been $90, was $90 in the FY2017 fee resolution, is proposed at $100, which is a $10 increase, or 11.1%. That is being proposed because the current deposits don't cover a full month of service. If somebody doesn't pay for a final month of utility billing, those deposits would then cover that cost there. City programs and other services. Information services does a two-part fee for fiber optic and rack lease space. From October 1 through December 31 is proposed at 6.1 for that fiber optic lease rate per month. And it's 0.003 per strand foot. And 0.002 per strand foot would be the two increases we would see, one in October and then one again in January. For the rack lease space, 6.1 and 3%. $2.11 per month from October to December, and then an additional $1.11 for January through next September. Parks and Recreations probably has the most changes throughout, and this is due to their programming changing, new programs being brought on. The items that will be proposed for increases include the Hamilton Low Aquatics season pool passes, an average of 5.3% increase, anywhere from $5 to $10 based on the type of season pass. Private pool parties, an average 4.5% increase, anywhere from 15 to 24, depending on the type of party you decide to reserve. Private party rentals for the Fun Run Inflatable or Giant Slide Inflatable, 4.8% increase, or about $8. Picnic table rental at about 50 cents per hour per table increase. Swim team rentals at about 40 cents a lane increase. Comes out to about 7.1 and 7.4 respectively. And then swim lessons, for the different varieties of swim lessons, we have an average of 4.6% increase, or $2 to $3, depending on the type of lesson. Additionally, we have Skyhawks youth camps. These are revamped each year based on the cost of the camp. Some sports camps drop off, some new ones come on. We'll talk about some new Skyhawks camps in a moment. But an average 9.6% increase, anywhere from $7 to $11, depending on the type of camp. Senior and junior girls fast pitch softball, 5.9% increase, about $225 to $325, depending on senior and junior. Youth shirts, the black and yellow shirt jerseys that we have for a lot of our sports, 6.3% increase, which is $1. The Chinese language camp is a significant increase at 150%, about $40 for the camp overall. And then for the Eagan Youth Center, we have the Youth Center rentals. We're proposing an increase of 4.8%, or about $1.50. Kids Camp Activity Day, 5% increase, about $1. And then Breakfast with Santa and the Candy Cane Hunt, my understanding is those will be one event instead of two this year, and will increase the price for an individual by $1 and for families by $3.50. So 6 and 15% respectively there.